it's time to hit another gear.
Let's finish.
Round 2 of the playoffs means a step up in competition.
We're going to have to go back, like I said, fix some of our things and get ready to go.
And a step closer to the ultimate prize.
Trinity Christian has returned to the top.
Under the lights of Friday night,
shake hands and introduce yourselves.
Who will take that step? For one last time this year,
let's make this bus ride back to Duval a fun bus ride. Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
It's time to blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Listen to me. We got to play percentage. I ain't got but 3 in the back.
John, Pate, and Hilliard, one of just 15 teams left fighting for a state championship. We know at least one of the teams playing tonight in Hilliard will be moving on. Union County and Hilliard is an all-local clash tonight here on the Friday Night Blitz.
Welcome to the final full version of the Friday Night Blitz. We get the show started here at the wall that tells it all, and it says, after tonight, there might not be many teams left on this wall.
It's going to be a very small wall.
Yeah. By the way, the teams in color, as
Yes.
Stuart makes this,
Yep.
are the local teams
Yes.
of interests.
Once we lose a local team in the bracket goes away because we don't care anymore.
Yes, and by the way, you might not have to get the Crayola box out for next week's Wall That Says It All. I'm Brett Martineau, he's Stuart Weber.
Yeah, it's a lot simpler for us to say it than the teams to do it. They want to move on. They want to get to the state championship, but we're getting into the cream of the crop. These are the best teams in the state going head-to-head. So let's go right to our headlines and our highlights, rather. Let's go to Nassau County, shall we?
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
A long trip to Hilliard for Union County, leaving Lake Butler to face the Red Flashes. Did not take long for the fireworks to start in this one. Rayvon Durant taking the handoff, finding a big hole, lots of running room. He gets the Tigers inside the 5-yard line. Tigers calling Caleb Crawford to finish things off. He does just that. 1-yard touchdown run gives Union County the early lead. Still in the first, more Tigers offense. This time, Davionte Thompson, they call him Bubba, gets the rock and gets in for 6. Tigers up 14-0. But here comes the home team. A little help from the referee there. All right, a little pick. That works. I like it. Lyle Bennett up top to Braden Maddow. Hilliard in scoring position. Then again, everywhere is scoring position when you got a guy like DJ Costin. Takes the handoff and in for 6. Brings the lead within a single score. So second quarter we go, and it's Bennett up top to Costin. Puts on quite the little move there. Oh, put him on his backside and into the end zone. We got a tie ball game, folks. Tigers, though, add a score before the break to take a 21-14 lead. But here's the thing. After the break, this game was all Union County. You see the final score there. 52-14. They hold Hilliard scoreless in the second half. Marcel Robinson catching up with the victorious head coach.
All right, Coach, 52-14. Convincing win. Just tell me about overall just how you guys have been able to keep this thing rolling and specifically how you got through this game.
Well, we knew they were gonna fight. I mean, they're a good football team, and we made a lot of mistakes first half. A lot of penalties, just kind of uncharacteristic for us. But we've been through kind of everything this season. It seems like different adversities, and we kind of had our backs to the wall, so to speak, a little bit this game. Kind of come out hot, and then they responded, and we had a lot of turnovers the first half and just sloppy. But these kids are resilient, and we keep playing. And we knew if we played our style of ball and eliminate mistakes, that we could come out in the second half, and that's pretty much how the game ended up going. Just proud of this bunch as how they just keep fighting through things, whether good or bad.
You look at the scoreboard and you see 52 points and you think, man, that was a great offensive game, which it was, but you got to give credit to your defense. Obviously not allowing any points in the second half, 2 pick sixes. Just tell me about how proud you are of the defense and the way they came out here and performed tonight.
Yeah, we played hard. They got us with some stuff we hadn't seen on film early in the game, and formations. They did a good job of coaching. They kind of schemed us a little bit the first half, and once we made some adjustments, and then kids started making plays, and that's what I told them, just to keep playing, and we made the plays defensively second half, and we got the turnovers we needed, and they really did kind of springboard us and the offense side of kind of putting this thing away.
And finally, you mentioned you guys have overcome a lot of adversity this year, but you guys are undefeated, so you obviously have been pretty good at overcoming adversity. How do you keep this thing rolling? And also, with the kids being undefeated, not having lost any games, how do you keep these guys motivated to keep going? Because it's easy to kind of lose sight of that as a younger.
I mean, it's the playoffs, so the record doesn't mean anything. I mean, we're 12-0, I guess, but really, it's next week. Yeah, that's what matters. So we'll enjoy this one, and then it's a focus on next week. In playoffs, you can't worry about your record. That's it. We're getting more experienced each week, and this team is showing what they got. So we got to keep going.
A lot going to want to know every week, right?
Yes, sir. That's it. That's the philosophy.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Something for that update.
That's a heck of a statement win for Union County. And there you see the bracket. It's updated. They'll go to Chiefland next. And remember now, Union County says, hey, we are good enough to be the #1 seed. We should be the #1 seed. Well, they get a chance to prove it against the #1 seed next week. We're at the point in the season where many of our teams may be playing their final home game of the year, depending on how the bracket plays out. That includes 2 seed in 8A, Bartram Trail. The Bears hosting Apopka tonight, and Apopka always good, but Bartram Trail always good. First, some Bartram defense. Blue Darter QB Andrew McLean in trouble, brought down by Micah Pollard, headed to Michigan. Mason Mozo for a loss in there as well. Bears in the move. Riley Trujillo throws it to his left, gets picked though. Mackay Martinez. So a little defense from the Blue Darters. Later, Bears down by 7, scoreless. Down by 7, and they are scoreless, but the Bears get to the QB, brought down again for a loss. Bartram offense struggled to get things going. Got to give Apopka credit now. But Trujillo throws deep into the arms of John Perung. He's had a nice year for Bartram Trail. Gets to the 20, Bears get a field goal. Second half now, Blue Darters Keandre Jones gets snapped, and boom, see you later. Another touchdown for Apopka. They really poured on over Bartram Trail. Apopka is very good. They dismiss Creekside and Bartram Trail in significant order, 34-3. Blue Darters get the win. And there's the Seminole Apopka matchup now. Seminole, one of the best teams in the state all season long, get a chance to prove it next week.
It's a good game, but we don't care about it at all. 2 teams not from here.
Good luck to them. Have fun covering it.
All right, let's head to McClenny next for one of the toughest places to play in Northeast Florida. The crowd at Memorial Stadium always fired up to see their Wildcats. Baker County, top seed in the region. West Florida out of Pensacola, your opponent tonight, and this was a game for the defense. In the second, West Florida near in the red zone, but Baker County's Orlando Holland, 2 places I like, both the city and the country, comes in for the quarterback sack. How about another one for the defense? Wildcats punting it away. Jaguar near midfield, but taken down instantly by DeHeaven Clark. Very nice. They were up 13-3 at this point. The Baker County defense just kept West Florida out of the end zone time after time, and they hold on in a squeaker. All the points scored before we get there, because they didn't tell us it was a 7 o'clock kick, not a 7:30 like it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But these things happen.
7:30 out there.
These things happen. 13-10, your final score. The Wildcats are moving on. So the other side of the bracket would be Rains. They were hosting Wakulla at the Graveyard. Their game's supposed to start at 6:30, went at 7 instead. So, there's everything evens out.
You get another chance at Baker County next week.
You do. Opening kickoff, great start for the home team. Jaquan King wrangles the ball, cuts it back inside. Huge pickup. That would set up the Vikings nicely. Here's Carlton Butler in the red zone. He knows what to do with it. Across the goal line for a touchdown. Less than 2 minutes into the game, and they're looking good. But then a sloppy couple-minute stretch for the Vikings. After a stop on defense, punt return muffed. Panthers' Denzel Miller there to recover. Remember that name, because very next play, War Eagles' Hayden Cleese airs it out to guess who? Miller hauls it in for a 7-6 lead. Very next drive for Rains, this ball deflected, and you guessed it, Denzel Miller.
Wow.
There for the interception. After a missed tackle, he's headed the other way. This play's not over. He's gone. That's a pick 6.
I think Denzel Miller's the MVP.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assertion. Upset tonight at the Graveyard. Rains taken down by Wakulla 32-7. So the War Eagles have to come back out to Northeast Florida next week, where they will play Baker County.
All right, 3 of our teams coming off a bye in week 1, including the back-to-back state runner-ups at Bolles. We took a look from high above Skinner, Barco, and the opponent, same Gadsden County team that won at Jackson. last week. So let's hit the Bolles game, and there's the crowd ready to go on a chilly night, by the way. We mentioned that, yeah, it's kind of a chilly night. How about Jack Pyburn? He doesn't care. He's got the short sleeves. I mean, it's not that chilly. That was a nice play by Pyburn. Jackie Judge setting the offense up now. Cade Frew getting in the end zone. Did that a couple of times tonight. What a career it's been for Cade Frew, trying to win a state title here to finish things off. 4th and 2 for Gadsden County. On their own end of the field, the Jaguars are going for it. The Gadsden County Jaguars, and they won't get it. A bunch of Bulldogs in there, and Trent Carter's celebrating the most, so we'll give him some love here on TV. Meanwhile, Frew, he's got plenty of love over the last few years running the football for Bolles, and that's another touchdown. How about this? At the end of the half, 3rd down, Gadsden County looking like they're going in for a score, but Pyburn with the big sack. Time would run out in the half, 14-0 at the half, and 27-6 was the final as Bolles gets it done over Gadsden County.
All right, so for the next opponent, we got to take a trip. We're taking a trip all the way out to the Panhandle. That would be South Walton High School. A solid 5-hour bus ride to get out to Santa Rosa Beach. And that's the task for Baldwin, looking to upset the Seahawks. So Jaguars, Seahawks,
wow.
A lot of NFL names going on here.
How about anybody in the 49ers?
I don't know. We'd like to see them lose. Seahawks first possession. They're moving it. Pitch from Kemper Hodges to Elijah Ramirez. Bowls his way inside the 10. 17-yard pickup there for the home team. Then Hodges to the junior, Pierce Sperlin. He'll go up and get it. 7-0 South Walton at that point. Indians with an answer. It's the QB, Ethan Krause. Down the middle. Bit of a wounded duck, but hey, it works because Jihad Miller there to make the catch at the South Walton 30-yard line. A few plays later, Armali DeBose on the carry, and he's in from the 15. That would tie the game up at 7 apiece, but South Walton coming right back down the field. Hodges looking, takes it himself because the pocket broke down, so he just rolled out of there. Sees an opening up the middle of the field and scores. Makes it 14-7. Second quarter, Seahawks looking to add to that lead. 2nd and goal from the 5, but it is tipped and picked off by Cortez Martinez. He is off and running. Near midfield, he gets tripped up. The ball comes out, but the refs rule he was down. Apparently the coach for South Walton not happy about that decision. There is no instant replay in high school football, guys. So 14-7 at the half, South Walton. But in the end, this one goes the way of South Walton, the top seed in the region. They pick up a 42-28 victory. Baldwin's season comes to a close.
Well, in Region 2, the 10-1 Keystone Heights Indians up against 10-0 Villages Charter. So a good one, Class 4A Region 2, 10-1 Keystone Heights. I just said the Indians have 4 running backs with over 600 yards, so they can go a lot of different directions. Early on, though, Buffalo provided the lesson in ground control. Ed Williams down the sideline, pick up 30. Same drive, Buffalo on the 5. A sign of things to come. Quarterback Brandon Kennard. Changes direction. What do you know? It's a touchdown. The Village is on top, 7-0. Keystone's potent attack gets shut down, but their defense keeps them in it. Second quarter, Kennard throws a pick. I'm not laughing at the interception. To Jeremy Miller. Runs it back to midfield. But the Indians' drive stalls there. Still second. Williams takes the handoff, and with a burst, he nearly takes it all the way. 34-yard gain to the 1. They would score one play later. Hey, it's a really good season for the Indians, but tonight they get buffaloed. 34-6 was the final. So that's crafty writing in there.
It's a noun.
Yeah.
This is getting buffaloed.
Crafty writing.
So Villages moves on. They'll lose to Cocoa in the next round.
Yeah, they got
good luck.
Cocoa.
Good luck against Cocoa, guys. All right, back to Jacksonville we go. No one getting buffaloed in this one. Opener for the defending state champs at Trinity Christian. Conquerors already up 14-0. Visiting Panthers decide to try a long field goal. This was from about 45 yards out. We saw earlier this year what can happen when you miss the long ones.
Is that Jamal Agnew?
Well, Jamal Agnew, eat your heart out, because this is Cam Miller, and he's taking it all the way for the kick 6. Wow. Multiple kick 6s in one football season for us. So then the defense putting John Paul II deep in their own territory. This pass by the goal line goes backwards. That's out the back of the end zone. Coach lets them know. That's a safety. Trinity gets the ball back, and they hand it to Trayon Webb. Good decision. Little stiff arm there.
I'm good to see him healthy.
Then the Jets, and then he's gone. I think it was a 68-yarder. Webb is gone. So you got Webb, you got Miller, you got Darnell Rogers. How about another one? Elijah Crocker into the end zone for 6 more. They got some horses in that backfield.
Just in time for this time of year.
Absolutely. Running clock in the second half, 44-7, the final.
All right, UC forced to hit the road just outside Tallahassee. Quincy Monroe and they would punch it in to start the second quarter. Orel Gray spins his way in from 2 yards out. Good to see him healthy, too. Christian's taking 8-0 lead. Lead that wouldn't last long. First play after the ensuing kick, Josh Brown on a quarterback run finds a seam, and look at him go untouched to the second level, and look at him go. Wow. That's an 80-yard scoot from Brown.
Speed right there.
And it's tied up at 8 apiece. Christian's trying some trickery way behind the sticks. The Serial Riles is
that's way behind the sticks.
Tackled behind the line before that play can develop. Antonio Vasquez with the tackle for loss. Bob gets the ball back. Then it's Josh. Downtown Brown once again untouched. He was a handful. 48
they have it downtown
yards.
in Quincy?
I don't know, but it was 23-15 UC in the second half, and then Monroe comes back and scores the final 21 to surprise UC, 36-23. They will play Trinity in the next round.
Hey, there's our station. Let's go up I-95 to Brunswick, and by us, we mean Irfan, because he had to do it. Brent, we're not stopping in Sea Island, though, because good week to do that.
Golf.
A little RSM Classic at the Seaside course. Instead, round 2 for the Pirates at that beautiful stadium. Undefeated Brunswick against the Tekula Falcons outside of Atlanta. The visitors came out firing in this one, already 7-0, and in the red zone when Kyle Efford steps back to throw this time, and he finds Festus Davies, 14-0. Brunswick, though, here they go. It's their turn. Down 14, give it to Jacoby Hill. He'll find a big hole. There he goes, 43-yard touchdown run for him, and it's 14-7. Next drive for Brunswick. They give it back to Jacoby. Good idea. 14-14 would be your score at the half. Let's go to the second half highlights now, shall we? As Brunswick, this would be a good one in the second half. We got about a minute to go. They're down 23-14. Fourth down. Here's Sutton Ellis just throwing up a prayer. Well, it's caught. How about that? And Nevarius Williams comes up with a touchdown with all those players around. They would recover the onside kick. He goes deep again, but does not get as lucky on this one. It is picked off and returned for a touchdown. So the emphasis, the point put on the end there by Tekula. They get the win 29-21, but a fantastic season for Coach Sean Pender and the Pirates.
Everything. This team, they have a lot of heart. This is a family. You know, we won together all year, and tonight we lose together. We count that as a learning opportunity, and we got to stay strong. You know, we've accomplished a lot of good things this year. Very proud of this team. Just tonight, we made too many mistakes to win against a very good football team.
Well, in 5A, the region championship for Ware County, I mean, they're home again tonight versus Calhoun. This game all knotted up at 7. Cartavius Norton gets the Gators back on top, takes a rock into the end zone. He goes. Second quarter now, it would be Norton again. Is a good-looking back, already with 3 scores at that point, makes it 21-7. Calhoun, though, comes back and wins this game 49-42.
Here's the big upset Brent was talking about. This is a 24-19 game after an intentional safety, a last chance for Niceville, and it's Nice who pulls off the huge upset. They get the win on the road in the Panhandle, 24-19. The Nice Panthers moving on in the 7A bracket, and that means a trip to Gainesville-Buchholz. Very good team and a tough task ahead, but hey, once you get to this round of the playoffs, who knows what could happen.
What a story the Nice Panthers are in Colin Drafts. Congratulations. That's a tough trip to make and a good program, and they beat them, and they will move on here in 7A.
Riverside on the road as well. These Panhandle games start an hour later. They are down 25-12 in the third quarter, so we'll see if the Generals can come back there.
And 38-20, Pahokee beats Bradford. Bradford was right in this 24-20, but Pahokee scored the final 2 touchdowns.
So some big news coming down Thursday. State championship winning head coach Bobby Ramsey and Mandarin parting ways. Ramsey just wrapping up his 5th season with the school, 5-5 this year, but he's coached a pair of players to Mr. Football honors. Carson Beck at Mandarin, Derrick Henry at Yulee. Coach Ramsey joined us tonight on the Blitz Scoreboard Show on ESPN 690.
I can only be a football coach. I think Mandarin, it's kind of gotten to a point where they're looking for a Peloton instructor or a politician in addition to a football coach, and I can just be a football coach. So, you know, if I stay coaching football, that's what I'm going to want to look for.
That's a big decision by Mandarin now. Bobby Ramsey won a state championship in 2018 with the Mustangs. Not easy to win a public school state championship in the highest classification in Florida. ESPN 690 daily, 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. And we've had a lot of fun all year on our Blitz Scoreboard Show, and it'll come back next season right before the Friday Night Blitz. We've got high school coverage from 9 until 11:30 with our family of Action Sports Jacks Network. It's time for our play of the week, and let's try to find a good one from week 2 of the postseason.
Let's do it. How about Dalen Diston with not 1, but 2 pick sixes for Union County in their blowout win over Hilliard as they just run away in the second half. What a win for Union County. They advance. They will be playing at Chiefland in the next round.
Here's what we got left. Trinity next week will be home. Bolles also still alive. Baker County still alive. Nice still alive. Did I miss one? Union County.
Union County as well. So 5 alive, 2 at home. We'll have all that next week. We leave you now with the band of the week from the Brunswick Pirates. Have a great night. Hope you enjoyed the high school football season. We'll keep following these teams all the way to the end.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Action Sports Jacks Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.